name is Riezya. Now I'm gonna tell you about history of Old English and Middle English. Old English used form in 450 until 1066. Old English is the earliest historical form of the English language. Old English brings the Germanic language, the first language recognized as English. Old English language, also called Anglo-Saxon, language spoken and written in England before 1100. And Middle English, French influence, a language derived Latin. French became the language used by educated people.
Old English inscription originally used a rune system, but this was replaced by a Virgin Roman alphabet in the later part. In the Middle English, developed a standard towards of the period, with the invention of the printing press. Beowulf is a poem that consists of 3,000 lines and belongs to the folk epic type. Beowulf defeats a monster, a coastal swamp resident named Grendel. The monster had referred to King Hrothgar's palace. After Beowulf killed Grendel and his mother, he was made king for 50 years. Then Beowulf is killed while fighting a fire dragon. Robin Hood is a folk ballad. The ballad is a simple poem or song that tells an ancient folk tale that was spread orally or by word of mouth. The Robin Hood character is described as an accomplished archer and is also known as a wise robber, because the proceeds of his robbery are distributed to poor people. He was a brave leader and got the full trust of his followers.
Explain about the characteristic of literature work between Old English and Middle English. The first is Old English. In Old English, there are a characteristic between poetry and prose. And in the poetry, there are based on historical events, and the prose based on factual, historical, and religious. Next, I want to explain the characteristic of literature work in Middle English. There are impersonality, animals, and romance.
Some literatures of work of English are 1. Poetry, Catman, Deor, Wolf, and 2 long poems, The Exeter Book, Beowulf, The Wanderer, The Sufferer, and The Battle of Maldon. Among of all is Beowulf of the most famous. Beowulf is a heroic epic poem written by an unknown author in Old English sometime between the 8th and the 10th century. It is one of the most important works of Anglo-Saxon literature. Next, literature of work Middle English. Poetry. Lemon Bread, The Owl and the Night Tale, produced in the first quarter of the 13th century. Robin Hood, and the last, The Catherine Brutals by Geoffrey Chaucer. And 2 drama, The Black Death and The 100 Years' Wars.
First one is King Alfred, and his famous work is Ecclesiastical History of the English People. Number 2 is Wolf, Juliana, and Chris II, The Ascension, and The Fates of the Apostles, and Ellen. And Saint Bede is The Temporibus. The mean is on times, and the Temporum Ratione means the reckoning of time. And in the middle period, we have Geoffrey Chaucer. His famous book is Roman de la, and The Fates of the Apostles, and Ellen. And Saint Bede is The Temporibus. The mean is on times, and the Temporum Ratione means the reckoning of time. And in the middle period, we have Geoffrey Chaucer. His famous book is Roman de la Rosa. And John Wycliffe, name is Lord Simmons.